Alito, one more time. Grand Rising, Alito, rise and shine. And I'm out here in Georgia at the borderline of Georgia and Alabama. We got 99 in the house. What's going on? 99 in the house early in the morning with Peanut Nola 504. I give a lot of people a chance to break their news yesterday. For those who don't know, okay, well, what's up, Drizzle Game? You know I got love for you, Drizzle Game. You know I got love for you. Um, Up in the morning, and I wanted to report about young Pharaoh and the rise and fall of a YouTube legend the rise and fall of a YouTube legend. Okay, and how toxic relationships can be. How you can you can your head can go from one way to the other. And the brother was arrested yesterday and he was released yesterday. For those who don't know, one of the reasons why I decided to talk about young Pharaoh is because over the courses of the years, I have listened and watched a young man start from he was you know talking to knowledge. And he talked a lot of knowledge. Whether you agree with him or you disagree with him, he was one of the best debaters that you could see out there on YouTube. He started off with Sonetta TV and he rose from the bottom to the top because at one time, Polite was running the side of Sonetta TV. It was all about Polite. But this young guy, young Pharaoh, was a guy who was intriguing, a very young guy with a lot of energy. And when you watch this young guy, you probably say, man, he got a lot of potential. But you watch this young man and you watch his message over the courses of years, you start seeing him change. And whatever agendas that he ever had, I was like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? He went from being a guy of talking about Kemet and then turning around to the knowledge. He went to politics, and it's crazy. It's crazy. And I sit here and I think about the things that I see from the young man. His character has changed. He even became more feminine, if you ask me. His energy has become more feminine. He's gotten to this thing with his baby mama, a lot of drama with his baby mama. The things that you've seen with his baby mama, Golden Beauty, being exposed. He's shooting up his baby mama's house or the garage. The children that was in his children. They had children in the house when he shot it up. Allegedly, he is Drizzle Game. He has became another Tommy Sotomayor, and that is absolutely correct. We watch a young man who was talking about Kemet in the strolls of Kemet pyramids and was a bad boy at it. And now we see him turn from the knowledge You can see around his eyes. You can see like he's been on drugs. You can see that he's been putting. I mean, he even have the tattoos like Mike Tyson in his face. The young man went from 1A to Z within 1 year. You start seeing him going backwards and not forward. And this is what's happening in the conscious community. You got a lot of brothers out here talking about they conscious, but they and this and I really blame us. I blame us as a people. The reason why young Pharaoh is in the condition that he's in, because we take these YouTube people and we put them on a pedestal, and YouTube has made young Pharaoh very rich. YouTube has made young Pharaoh very rich to the point where the young man has gone crazy. And I tell people, man, money is the root to all evil. Fuck the knowledge. When they start getting all that money, they forget the knowledge. They're not the same people that you thought they was before they got the money. They throw the money on to the side. They throw the knowledge to the side and they focus strictly on money. I seen this brother. He was a Donald Trump supporter. He became in 1 year. I don't know who paid him. 1 year he was talking about Donald Trump. 1 year he was talking about George Bush. Then he flipped the script. Then he become a Donald Trump supporter. Well, each is your own, because I don't believe in politicians. I don't give a fuck about Joe Biden. I don't give a fuck about no. I don't believe in none of these politicians. I'm firmly against these parties. Whether you're Democrat or Republican, I'm firmly against it. But as time went on, I said, shout out to Pony Locks. As time went on, you could see the change in the things that he was building. I even seen this dude. It's contradiction that you attack Nature Boy. And you talk about Nature Boy's sex life and talk about the things that Nature Boy is doing with men and women. But I find it strange that you're doing some of the things. You have the same characteristics that Nature Boy has, a narcissism. When you look at these guys, they all have narcissism problems. They all have these big egos. All these people, they're right on. They got a little bit of something in common. And then we want to say that we're in a conscious community. We get so conscious till we go crazy. Some of these motherfuckers think they're so conscious to where they go crazy. Cycle in the mind, start blurbing off things. And right now, they're gonna, young Pharaoh is pretty much in some shit, man. He just had, he got out for $15,000 from what I'm hearing, allegedly. And he's they have satellite probation on him. He cannot go anywhere. This young man can't go anywhere. He can't smoke marijuana. He cannot drink alcohol. He is in a position. Shout out to Zion Lex. He's in position to do nothing right now. He's basically on lockdown. He cannot have contact with Golden Beauty. He cannot have contact with Golden Beauty. His baby mama cannot have contact with his children. The rise and fall of young Pharaoh, a young man who rose to a millionaire off of social media. You may not believe some of these guys are millionaires off of social media. It ain't the money. You can't never have enough of it. These guys' ego. They to destroy young Pharaoh. This live is to make you knowledgeable of what's going on in the conscious community. That the young man needs help. That the young man, if you're a praying person, needs your prayer. Because he, started from the bottom to the top, now top to the bottom. And this is getting worse and getting worse and getting worse and getting worse. And my biggest fear is that he's going to kill himself or kill somebody. My biggest fear that he's going to kill somebody or kill himself, because I fear for his mental. The young man mental, his mental capacity is to be questioned. Wrongdoings of them. If you see Peanut Nola for 504 go from A to Z, if you truly cared about me, you would call me out and try to help me rather than rather than cheer me on to fuckery. If you truly love these guys that you support, you would tell them what they are. You would try to help them rather than hinder them. And this young man has a lot to overcome. He has a lot to overcome. Once you in that system, it's over for you. Because these people are not playing. Shout out to Tanya Lloyd. Shout out to Stay Woke Indigenous. Once they got you in the system, they've been trying to get this young man. But he has no one to blame but himself. He has no one to blame but himself. You got to think about the rhetoric that he has said across the years that they're going to use against him in a court of law, calling him a terrorist. You have to understand these things. And you have to be careful what you say or on YouTube or through the courses of the years. You got to be careful how you use words. You got to be careful what you do and how you do it and how you move. Because they're going to come back. The government, they're just waiting for that one mistake. And his biggest mistake is through a woman. I tell people all the time, man, your weakness. Some of these men weaknesses is women. And Golden Beauty, you ain't no saint neither, young lady. Golden Beauty, you are definitely not a saint neither. Because you stayed around with young Pharaoh, knowing that this young man was going through his situations and everything, and you benefited off of the success of a young Pharaoh. I don't trust Golden Beauty also. These situations are get the wrong views. Watch what you do on social media. Up there trying to expose your significant other, trying to expose, the young man Jack, whatever his name, or the consultant. He brought his wife, Derek Jack. He brought his wife on social media because he got caught cheating with multiple women, and his poor wife looking like, looking like rough, she looking all rough on social media. And he got his wife exposed, but he actually exposing himself. Some of you guys be fucking up. Some of you be fucking the game up, fucking yourself up. I mean, you are heading to a situation in your life where you're growing, and you let somebody take everything from you. Everything that you work for, you allow somebody to take from you. Psychologically, mentally, everything. You start doing more drugs. I remember when young Pharaoh would come on social media and he always had a gallon of water. He was always drinking his gallon of water. Now you see him, he all loaded. He's smoking weed. He's out there, he's drinking. You see some of he's always cursing. Young Pharaoh has changed right before our eyes. You just didn't notice. Young Pharaoh has changed. He is a part of what you call the Illuminati. He's a part of what you call the things that you see that's going on right now with some of our so much woke people. I mean, you got look at the things that are happening to the conscious community. You have and it's amazing that these boys come from Sinetta TV. That these boys come from Sinetta TV. One month we were talking about Polite allegedly raping young girls, allegedly, and now you got young Pharaoh in the same situation, in a different situation. Now he's in a negative situation. He is trying to escape, and I love this what you're saying. He is trying to escape madness and inner pain, and a lot of people don't understand that young Pharaoh allegedly, from what the reports of his baby mama is that he's been raped. These are allegedly it's allegedly that the man has been raped. A lot of things that have happened to him as a boy, some things that they can't take, and you see people who use drugs, who drank a lot, really never overcame they demons, really never overcame their demons, and some people pushed them too far. And this has happened in a melanated community. We have melanated people who have traumas and pain, and he has inner pain inside him. That's why he used so much drugs. That are not African Americans. There's a very good chance that he has to deal with that kind of trauma. And I think a lot of people don't understand. We can't make fun of people who have been raped. We can't make fun. That's what I talk about. Some of these parents, some of these uncles, some of these cousins, some of these people in our families that have done a lot of damage. Have done a lot of damage to our young people. And you see young Pharaoh, you could tell the young man is very feminine. And this is not a knock against feminine people, or a knock against the gay and lesbians. This is not a knock against them. I'm talking about a young man who I see all the time. He always licking his goddamn lips. He's always got these feminine tendencies. And when you see him, he hollers and talk and scream like a woman. He has feminine tendencies. That where did he get these things from? And he held them very well when he first started. When the young man first started out there on social media, he held it down very well. You didn't see too much of that. That energy did not come out. You seen he was really more of masculine than what he is now. But you seeing the drugs and the alcohol is really pushing out his feminine side. And I really believe it could stem from his childhood. I really believe that these traumas happen in his childhood. Most of the people who have been raped, most of the people who have been molested happened when they was children, when they were very vulnerable. And I'm not here to jump on him if that happened to him. He didn't get the help that he needed. These are the things that happens to a lot of so-called African-American men that are not African-American men, that are Aborigine to this land. We have a lot of young men who have been touched, and a lot of young women who have been touched. And a lot of people are in denial. It's nothing wrong. That doesn't make you gay because somebody raped you or took advantage of you. You are who you are. Because they have men who went to jail and then 6 people raped him, and he come out and the man come out with his dignity. That doesn't make him gay because he's been raped. See, people got it all, David Bell. People got it all fucked up. It's the mindset of how you feel. You being raped does not make you gay. Some people got a stupid mentality that people who took advantage of another person makes them gay. That doesn't make a person gay because they've been taken advantage of. It's how you come out of this shit. Renell in the house, David Bell in the house. It's how you come out of that situation, swinging and fighting. Doesn't make you gay. Some of these motherfuckers out here, your biggest gays are the thuggish motherfuckers in the communities. Some of these people who have raped, yeah, they're the gays. Some of these people who have raped innocent people, who walk around and undercoverly in the community, raping, taking advantage of young people. And some of that being some of that being in the street. A lot of thugs out there living two-way lives. A lot of people don't understand that shit. But you look at a feminine person, and we can't judge that. We don't know. There's a lot of feminine men who are not gay. They got men who have feminine energies. They're not gay. That doesn't make you gay because you got feminine energy. Some people been raised around women. They got a lot of people ain't never had a masculine father figure around them, but that does not make them gay. We have people who wants to they want to judge what makes them gay or not. Some guys could be the most thuggish, ruggish, hardest guys, got all the muscles, thuggish, ruggish, and they be the main one taking it from the ass. The main ones. The biggest roughnecks taking it from the ass. So we cannot judge people by being feminine. But we can judge people for what they see. Like I said, generational curses, things that have happened to them back when they're young. They never got professional help. Some uncle in the family, some cousin in the family, when they were very young, was taking advantage of the young brother. These are things that these young people have never got help from. Somebody forcing them. We're not talking about consensual sex with anybody. We're not talking about consensual sex with people. We're talking about people who have been forced as young children. See, everybody got a choice. You got a choice to live your life the way you want to. See, I don't give a damn. I'm not against gay people. That's their problem. I can't control what people do in their bedroom. It's the problem now. We worrying about what's going on in other people's bedroom. But don't worry about what's going on in our life, in our bedrooms. We don't mind our fucking business. I don't care who people sleep with. But what I care is agendas. I care when people try to push agendas on our children. That's what I care about. Pushing agendas. Making the bathroom available for men that are men. That's what I got a problem with. Young women can't even go to the bathroom because we got young men who think that they're females. That's an agenda. It's not about a person being who feel like you can never be a woman. You can never be a woman. You can never be a man. It's like a person believing that they could be an animal, that they could be a cow, they could be a dog. You know, if you can accept that, you can accept all these people who believe that. Look, I don't care what your sexual life is. I don't care if you want it. But when you sit up there and you want to play these dumb these situations where you believe, then that's an agenda. They got that the way. If that's the case, I can believe I'm a horse. If that's the case, I can believe that I'm a real wolf, even though I'm a wolf. Even though I believe I'm from the Wolfpack Nation, Silver Wolf Nation. But am I actually a wolf? This is what you know. We get it all. We get it messed up. It's not about the sexual intent of being gay, or what people sleeping with. It's the agenda. Why are they pushing in schools? Why are they doing? Whatever you want to be is what you want to be. One of the stupidest things to compare is the gay agenda and just being melanated. See, when you born with this skin, see, that's born. You born with this skin on you. You have a choice on who you want to have sex with. That's a choice. See, you got a choice on who you want to have sex with, but you don't have a choice what skin you come out. So stop comparing skin tone. And like I say, this is nothing against people who want to be with each other. That's between them in their bedroom. I have a problem with heterosexuals who have sex out in public, in front of children, who out there at the parks making out in front of children. I don't think nobody, whether you're gay, straight, should be having sexual intercourses out in front of children. And this is what y'all got to understand. You know, grown adults are putting sexual things out there in the air that are devastating our children. Children should not be thinking about sex at 12 and 13 years old. See, back in the days, we were playing cartoons. I mean, we were watching the cartoons. We were out there, yeah, we played catch, kiss, get a little bit. Yeah, we did a little the hide and go see. We ran after each other. But the agenda now and the things that they're pushing on our youth is crazy. And it's getting worse and it's getting worse in a society that is led by sex. Corporations. You got people in corporations that lead by sex. Some people get degrees. Some people get shout out to right Wooder in the house, my brother from another mother. Some people when in situations, and you see this, they push agendas on young people. You shouldn't have to be thinking about sex when you're a young child. You're supposed to be thinking about God. You have a lot of other pressures in your life other than thinking about sex. Everything you got some of these OGs telling these young men that you ain't no man unless you ate you some coochie, or you ain't no man unless you had you some sex at 12 years old. No, you get away from them kind of OGs. That's not the right kind of OGs you need to be around. And these kind of brothers that should not be in our conscious community, because these are old fools. Some of these old fools don't want to teach these young people about respectability of the body, respecting your body, love yourself. We don't have to be so sexual. And that's the problem right now. We are demonic, just like our oppressors. We are doing demonic things like our oppressor. We follow things like our oppressor. We are followers, to be honest with you. We learn a lot of that evil, demonic shit from our oppressor. And young Pharaoh, like I told you, for those who just came in, young Pharaoh has is going to have a tough way out of this scenario. Young Pharaoh is going to have a very tough scenario out of this situation. I really, like I said, you know, he's not able to drink. He's not able to drink. He's not able to smoke. Like I told you, I remember when we watched Young Pharaoh content, you see him with a gallon of water. He better go back to drinking a gallon of water because now these people are ready to take this brother down. He got out, I think he got out for $15,000. He got that kind of money. He made millions of dollars in the conscious community. Millions of dollars off of you and a lot of people who believed in him. Because you seen a young man who had information. Like I said, that brother could break down Kemet like it was nothing. The brother was on fire, but you seen his information start changing as they always do. I'm telling you, from the beginning, they have consciousness. In the end, they lose their consciousness. These young men, I see it's not just young Pharaoh. You see this all over the place. You see young brothers going crazy. You see young, Lil Boosie. You see in a music industry. You see all over the place. You see guys like this brother, young Pharaoh. They're losing themselves. And all that smoking and drinking and all that shit, all it does is age you. It does is age you. Many people tell me, they say, Peanut, Nola 504, man, I didn't know you was 46 years old. How do you look so young? Because it's the way you live your life. I don't live a hard life, family. I don't live a hard life. And when you don't live a hard life, you don't age. Our people were not meant to age because, see, when you look at our people, some, not all, but the majority don't age. But when you help yourself age, drinking on that scissors, because all you doing is making your life go faster and pass you by. And like I said, Wolfpack Nation, and that's my new term in the chat. You guys are, for those who are in my chat, you guys are part of the Wolfpack Nation, part of Silver Wolfpack Nation. How many times we seen young Pharaoh battle so many dudes. He was he was a part of the Sinetta TV. And let me tell you something about Sinetta. He's not there to support these guys when they falling off on the deep end. Sinetta is not supporting his guys when they the first thing Sinetta do is he disconnects himself away from these guys, just like he did with Polite, and like he's doing with young Pharaoh. He disconnects himself. And these snakes, that's what they are. These conscious community snakes. And then, like I said, and people can't trust some of the people that they hear on the internet no more. They've all these people that they try to believe in, and these people in the end is all about themselves, man, getting rich. It's okay to get rich when you're doing it righteously, man. When you're doing it about you, once you get rich and you make it about you, and that's my information. That's mine. I never knew an information that belonged to a person, because all you're doing is doing research, something that everybody else can do. Shout out to Gretchen Helm. Thank you guys for being a part of the Wolf Nation, Wolfpack Nation. You know what I'm saying? From now on, when you come in the chat, you are a part of the Wolves Nation. And I want people to understand that we got to stick together as a pack. And these are the things. It hurts me to talk about this brother, man. It hurts me to make a video about another man. It hurts me. But we have to teach our young people where not to go. We have to teach them that you can fall, you can get on top, and you can fall from grace. One day you're on top and you can fall from grace. Drag let me see, Drag Pot 13 says YP has mental issues. that got out of control. It is my opinion. Yes, yes, it started young. These issues that he's having. I want people to understand your beginning of your life will catch up on you if you don't get no help. Things that happen to you as a child, things that happen to you if you don't take care of these scenarios very early, these things can catch up on you. This is why people drink so much. This is why people are smoke so much. It's not, they got people who smoke so much, they're not enjoying the smoke, man. They smoke so much marijuana to the point where they're not enjoying it. You just smoking it just to smoke. I thought, it's supposed to be recreation. It's supposed to be where you can enjoy and help and for certain things that bother you. It helps. It's a herb. It's a health. It's a herb that our ancestors used for sicknesses. And now we got people who rely strictly on drugs, which marijuana is not a drug. But relying on anything too much is a drug. If you do anything too much, it's a drug, no matter what it is. I don't care what you do. You could be drug popping aspirins. No matter what you get connected, what you get high on, it becomes a drug. No matter what you do. Okay. So you start consuming these things that have happened to you. These mother issues. A lot of these brothers have mother issues. And you guys won't believe the mother issues, man. Some of the biggest problems in the world is mothers. Some of the biggest problems with our young men is mothers. You may not believe that shit, but it's the truth. Issues. These are big issues in the conscious community. And it always go back. It always falls back on how we was raised. You can't just throw money on mental health. Actually, it makes you worse. When you able to get rich and you're not getting help. I don't give a damn how many Lamborghinis you have. I don't care how many Porsches you have in your garage. That materialistic shit is not going to help you. Pony locks in the house, Jay Free. It's not going to help you when you got the more money is probably the reason why you're getting worse. The more money is probably why you're getting worse. And if you are a spiritual person, you and you believe in prayer, pray for that brother, man. I don't want nothing. This is not a video to destroy young Pharaoh. That's not Pina Nola 504. I'm not on here to destroy a young man, especially a melanin young man. This is we got to learn, and we have to. These are teaching moments. These are teaching moments that what's going on with young Pharaoh can happen to you. What's going on if you don't get your generational curses, if you don't clean your background, these things can happen to you. No matter how much you become so powerful in life, no matter all, because like I said, most of the top, if you see most of the top YouTubers, what they got in common? Most of the top YouTubers, and I hope they don't get upset with me, but they have knock. They have knock problems. Most of the top YouTubers out there have ego problems. And it's all about themselves. They ain't about community. It start off about community. Then when the people start putting so many donations, then their agenda just change. You know what I'm saying? It's all about, the views, and it's all about the money. Do you understand that you have made these people, you have possessed these people, that you are a part of their dismay? So, it's the truth. Me, I'm responsible for young Pharaoh. I watch young Pharaoh. I'm responsible. All of us are responsible for young Pharaoh. All of us are responsible for the people that we have watched over the years. We let these people get so big where they think that they're so bigger than the community. We let these people get so big where they think they cannot be checked, that they feel that they are gods. Y'all going around telling these people that they are gods. Y'all going around telling these people that they are gods, that they are kings. It may not fit the profile, because they take these images, they take these words, and they believe that shit. We all have to realize that often there is a story behind a story with people. We never know what people go through unless we walk in their shoes. That's why I say, don't you a lot of you guys put all your love into people that you don't even know on the internet. You don't know these damn people. You get so close with people and you don't even know it. Even Peanut Nola have things in his closet. Even I got a background. Even I suffer. Even I have suffered with depression, went through things in my life. With the be careful who you holding on a pedestal, because you don't understand people. You don't know their background. You don't know them. You get close to people that you don't know. Then you wind up meeting one of these motherfuckers, and then they go haywire on you. And then I did not expect. Holding people, thinking that people are not human because of their consciousness on these platforms, because they talk good on these platforms, thinking that they don't hurt like you, that they're immortal. You think that these people are immortal, that these people don't hurt. I see some of the most righteous people. We got older people who are out on YouTube. And it kills me when older people talk about young people and say all the shit bad about young people, acting like they didn't been there before. It kills me when they got young or elders, older people who act like they have not been down that road. You got to forget, some of you elders, some of you elders were in jail. Some of you elders was on cocaine. Some of you elders was out there cheating, fucking around on your wives. Some of you elders, if we really put up your story, if we really go back and find out who the fuck you really are. And this was what people don't understand. Judging and not knowing who people are. Waiting to tear them down soon as they fuck up. We have seen many conscious creators doxing people, going into their background, Googling, trying to figure out if they're perfect or not, trying to look in their background to see if they've been arrested. And this is the problem in the conscious community. Now, how could you not be conscious, not understand? Do you really think that motherfuckers come on these YouTube channels and not have a background? And not have stones? You want to throw the first stones at people, and you got a background too. We all have suffering and things that we regret in our past. An elder is the oldest and the wisest. The wisest. and you grow from your mistakes of your youth. You grow from your mistakes of your youth. Stop condemning people. Some of these elders, because they older and they look old, you just want to call them, you want to salute them so much glory because they season, because they season. Some of them elders were criminals. Some of them elders was in jail all their life, killing and raping young women, doing all kinds of bad shit. But because we see them as an older person, we just consider them being an elder. That's right. And thank you, Thread 3000. But that does not make you a bad person because you've been arrested. People crazy. Being arrested doesn't make you a bad person. You know how many? You know how many people been arrested? Well, arrested for public drunkenness, for domestic abuse, fighting with people. That doesn't make them people bad people. Condemning people of their past. That's a man. Y'all gotta hear the juice on Peanut Nola 504. I doxed him and I went back there and I found out that he was arrested for DWI. Yeah, I was arrested for DWI, but I was not I was arrested, but I was not charged. That was acquitted. That was a sponge because guess what? They made a mistake. They arrested me and they made a mistake. My lawyer beat them. I don't have that on my record. I wouldn't be able to drive 18 wheelers. But because I was arrested, and it's on record that I was arrested, people could pull up in the background and say, oh, Peanut Nola 504 is a drunk. But don't even know the whole information. And that's what we do. We drew on other people's misery. We drew on other people's pain. And I always told Vexen 99, be an open book. Don't worry about what people think of you. Ain't nobody living in your shoes but you. People gonna rock with you regardless, whoever the hell you is. But be honest with people. Be an open book. It's nothing wrong with being an open book. Don't be ashamed of yourself. Because you have to grow from being a young person. You'll never grow in life if you didn't go through anything. Wolfpack Nation, you will never grow in life. You will never grow in life without learning from the mistakes of your past. And I just think that young Pharaoh need to give it up to the spiritual God and get on his knees and look at and just give it up to the Most High. And really look at himself and say, you know what? You know what? I'm not cleansed. He has to cleanse himself from the pain. And he needs to put people around him that truly love him and get away from people who don't truly love him. I know young Pharaoh has done a lot of fucked up shit. I mean, this dude he did a lot of shit to get rich. But I'm not going to kick the brother while he's down. This whole video is to let you know where to learn. You learn from young Pharaoh. You learn from his mistakes. Watch your ego. Just because you're getting far on YouTube, just because you're getting far on Instagram, just because you're getting far on TikTok, wherever you go on Clubhouse, wherever you're getting popular at, just because you're getting big, remember, all that shit can come down. Be humble. Be humble. And the people will love you. Be humble. And I want people to understand that. Thomas said, I know who I am. I don't need validation. And when you love yourself, Nobody can touch you. That's why I tell people, how could you love anybody without loving you? You got so many people in relationships. They love their wife more than they love themselves. They love their husband more than they love themselves. But you really got it jacked up because you have to realize if you have to love you first. Because order to better your spouse's life, order to better your children's life, you got to love you first. I seen some ragla ass men and women who only who do for they significant other, don't do shit for them, aging, looking crazy and shit, don't do nothing for themselves, but they do everything for their significant other, and that's not making their significant other love them. Buying does not make your significant other love you. T1 T1 production. It does not. You can't keep a person with just with money. Man, money is the rule of all evil. But shit, man, you after the fun and all the spending and shit, what you gonna do? You want a woman who's gonna lay down with you and care about you, cook for you, or you cook for her. You're gonna do. See, y'all, you can't just be the one. That's what I try to tell my wolf tribe. I have to try to tell you guys, some of the wolf packs in the chat. I want y'all guys to understand this. You can't be in relationships being having one person doing for the one, or for one person doing just for one person. You have to have, if you wash your wife back, she'd have to wash your back. If you wash your wife back, it would be good if she washed your back. If you're cooking for your wife, it would be good if she cooks for you. See, these are reasons why. Because see, you can't love nobody till you love you. You you gotta see that a lot of people don't understand that. You know, they don't understand that relationships, sexually intended is how we. I can't see shit. I ain't got my glasses on. Let me see. Until the black community realize and get out of Christianity rhetoric. Yes, Christianity has put us in a bad situation. Religion, Christianity, all religion, if you ask me, it's not just Christianity, has controlled the mind of our people, and that's sad. We were naturally spiritual people. Our spirituality has been ripped up under us, and we are serving their God, and that's the sad part about it. That's the sad part about it. We serving their God, and you haven't tapped into your God, and that's a big difference. And young Pharaoh, I have seen, like I said, I mean, now he looking like fucking Mike Tyson. He got tattoos all over his face. I have watched his transformation right before my eyes. And you have seen the rhetoric, the information is gone. You don't see him breaking down the information no more, because that is gone. That is no longer existing with young Pharaoh. Young Pharaoh has lost, because money is the rule of all evil. And that's what people don't understand. He came into the game with information. He got popular and rich because it's information. Now, it's no more information. It's like Umar Johnson, man. We still waiting on that fucking school, Umar. You see Umar in his famous quotes on TikTok. You see this Pan African motherfucker who always on some kind of great quotes and got him on it. You listen to him all the time. He's a joke. He's a comedian. He's a comedian. Umar Johnson is a comedian. Pan African motherfucker is a comedian. He's another motherfucker that started off in the game or with information. And then we as a community, we stand for that shit. Where's the school? Y'all let him get away with thousands and thousands of dollars. Y'all let him do that. Y'all let this man rob our community of thousands and thousands of dollars. And where is it at? What is what's going on with the school, man? Why are we not, as a community, holding Umar Johnson to accountability? Where is that school? And he go get a rundown school, and that they never put lights to it. Never did that. Even got a old rundown looking school, and it's just sad what this man has done to the community. Tell you, when they get their money, you it's like polite, man. All these dudes come from Sonetta TV. Where's Sonetta TV in the forefront of all this shit? Consciousness, Pan African Americans, and you think, and that's why I'm trying to stop us from being. That's just why I'm trying to tell the people in our community we can't get big. We cannot fall in the traps of the Pan African Americans. We cannot do the while we are attacking each other for information. All we doing is falling in the traps of what we see the Pan African Americans. Next thing you know, people gonna be doing videos about us. We don't want to be in that situation. Malcolm X was bisexual. That is a fact. Nobody gives him heat at all. Yeah, Malcolm X was definitely. I'm glad you brought that up. Huh, it wasn't about Malcolm X sexual, his sexual part about him. Matter of fact, there is it's allegedly that Tupac Shakur lived a two life situation, but people don't want to think of Tupac like that. People don't want to think of Tupac like that. There's majority of these people live two lives. I'm not concerned about what they did in the bed with the other man or whatever they did with another woman. I'm not concerned about that. It's one thing about Malcolm. Malcolm, if he did sleep with men, Malcolm put his life on the line to help our people. So that's between him and the Most High. I don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But you are so correct, because there are so many double live people that's out here, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not concerned about their double life. All I'm concerned about is how they moving. And it's the truth. Shout out to Brian Salito. And nobody talks about that because they look at some of the things he stand for, you know what I'm saying? And Thomas, you are so correct. I'm so glad, Thomas, to have you here. But what about Malcolm X? Never knew that we where can I find the source? The source. Yeah, I heard about that, man. I heard about it. I don't know where to get the source, but I heard about that. Okay. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you look at a lot of them dudes back in the days, man, you see they couldn't come out back in the old days. If you look at the brother, I can't think of the guy. His name is he's a great speaker. I can't think of this man name. This man here said that I am not your African American. I am not your African American. I am not your Negro. I can't think of that brother name. He left the country because he was gay. He left the country because he was gay. I can't think of this man. Hopefully you guys can remember. He said, I am not your Negro. Cannot think of that brother name. I can't even get it. But back then they could not come out because they would be back then, they would be very condemned if they came out like that. I can't think of the brother. One of you guys, yeah, James Baldwin. Thank you, Charles Johnson. He was gay. He left to go to France, I think. He left to go to France because he was gay. He was gay. Some of your greatest leaders were gay. Some of your greatest leaders were gay. Because back then they could not come out. Okay. There's one thing about being black. There was one thing being black and then being gay at the same time. That was a no-no. Yes, it was definitely James Baldwin. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get out of here. My truck is ready. I gotta get ready to roll. But I want you guys to I want to thank you guys for showing up once again. All glory goes to the Most High. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Remember, please leave a like. Please hit that like button and subscribe. Remember, let's get this video up to 1K. Remember that this is an Aborigine perspective. And if you want to donate to the channel, if you want to help my channel out and help it grow, you can donate, but I am not going to pressure you. Okay. Remember that all glory goes to the Most High. Please subscribe to all the other YouTube channels that are Aborigine out there. Aborigine Power, Truth Searcher, the Matriarchs. We can go on and on. Gretchen Helm. We can go on and on. We have so many great channels. Brian's TV, Brian's, we have so many great channels. If you follow me, please, if you connected, you see me, try to support your other people's channel also as well. Okay. So I want to thank you guys for coming up. Like I said, spiritually, if you believe in prayer, if you want, please, let's pray for this brother. That he get back his sanity, because I really believe he has lost his damn mind. So it is what it is. I really believe young Pharaoh has lost his damn mind. This is an Aborigine perspective. Remember that the opinions in the chat may not reflect the opinions of Peanut Nola 504 and his Aborigine channel. You have a blessed one.